In 1969, 500,000 hippies would gather in Bethel, New York for what would become known as the legendary Woodstock Music Festival. Concertgoers would ease their mind and celebrate by smoking marijuana as they watched 32 musicians perform live. Fast forward 23 years later, Dr. Dre will release the all-time hip-hop classic, The Chronic, fueled by the lead single, Nothing But a G Thing. Maison Margiela Music Festival. Come on, what's politics? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Merchant. If this y'all first time on our channel, on this very platform, we discuss all things fragrances and all things hip-hop. So if that's the type of content that y'all interested in, run up the comments, like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. But y'all, welcome back and much love for joining us. But yo, what we got for y'all is an excellent fragrance today, man. And that fragrance is none other than Maison Margiela's Replica Music Festival from 1969. And I guess it's like supposed to be kind of reminiscent of Woodstock from 1969, and they did a great job. I could definitely picture how Woodstock in 69 would smell. This smells very smoky and it's very aromatic, and overall it's just one of the greenest fragrances I've ever smelled, and it's very green because of the biggest note in this, and that's the cannabis note. And a lot of people, they stress that they smell like heavy weed in this because of that cannabis note. We're gonna jump into all that. So yo, this came out in 2017, and this is by Maison Margiela. This is definitely something I feel like is a very nice fragrance, man, to say the least. I feel like I'd rock this a lot of places, and overall this is just very warm and smoky, like I said, because of that cannabis and tobacco note inside of this. But I feel like you also pick up very heavy on the note that's another note that's in this, which is the red apple, and it has heavy patchouli in this. So this definitely has somewhat of a fruity aesthetic to it, but it's quite woody because of that patchouli, and it's very smoky, like I keep saying, because of that cannabis and because of the tobacco. But look at the atomizer, man. It's definitely a smooth atomizer, but certainly don't worry. I don't feel like you're gonna smell like just straight loud, man. Like I'm saying, like you ain't gonna smell like no straight weed. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got out the parking lot smoking before you just went in your boss office. So you could definitely rock this to work. Overall, I feel like this is just something that's a little bit, I think people kind of stress the weed note just a tad bit. That's what I'm saying. Like it don't smell like just some straight, you know, like you just rolled up a blunt and smoked it. That's not what this smells like. But you definitely pick up on somewhat of that herbal greenness from the cannabis note, and like the tobacco in this as well. This is very pure, man. This is very pure. I feel like this smells quite natural. That greenness inside of this definitely gives it somewhat of a natural appeal. And even Pops, man, he said that he kind of picks up on something like a chocolatey fragrance, like a appeal from this. And when I close my eyes and really try to stress that note and kind of try to imagine it, I can definitely pick up on, you know, some type of chocolate. But overall, this is definitely a safe word, man, for sure. This isn't something I necessarily just say as a blind buy. I don't feel like that everybody in the world is gonna just be like, oh man, you know, ask you what you rocking. The chick's not gonna always probably flock to you, but it's definitely something I feel like if you have a nose for it, you're definitely gonna gravitate towards. I definitely think it could pull a lot of people, and I feel like if you are into weed, this is probably a fragrance that will probably correlate with what you kind of do smell. You know what I'm saying? You could probably really pick up on weed if you're a heavy smoker, but if you don't, you probably won't get that, like I don't get it, you know, as much. But this is definitely, regardless of how it really, you know, if it smells like weed or not, this is definitely a great fragrance, man. If I had to rate this, I give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like you could definitely push for not 8 hours. I say definitely like 6 hours with this maybe. I don't feel like it stays around too long, and that's if you really spray yourself down. So I say 5 hours, pushing for 6, but I feel like the feet that you're gonna get, you're probably gonna get around 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not necessarily subtle as far as how it comes off, but it's just, you know, how long it lasts. It's longevity. It doesn't stick around too long, but this is definitely a nice fragrance, man, to say the least. And I definitely spray myself with this, man. Definitely spray myself with this. This is certainly nice, man. If I had to rate this, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, but is this something that y'all think Dr. Dre and Snoop will wear is the question, man. Like, what's the better album to smoke to or rock this to? The Chronic or Doggy Style, man? This is definitely a nice fragrance, though. I think Snoop or Dre would definitely pick up on this, especially in the 90s when they dropped them albums. Straight classics. This right here is nice. Maison Margiela, y'all did y'all thing. Much love for staying tuned, though, y'all. Happy to engage. Any questions, comments, concerns, recommendations, suggestions, whatever the case may be, we're going to respond. Run up them comments. I kid y'all not, we gonna respond. But much love for engaging, y'all. And that be the video, man. So much love. We gone. Actually, that one free out, man.